very dear friends, very dear bro. I say bro because you are all my ex-brother in arms. I'm just hoping that you won't get frustrated because I say bro, okay? Because I consider you all as bro. James, I've called you yesterday and you told me a little about Saudi Arabia, and you sent me a few videos that I consider a lot because I keep, all the videos, I collect them all. I keep them all. Even though they're French, even though they're English, whatsoever language, I collect them all. First of all, I would like to tell you that those idiots that we have in Ottawa, as for the federal government, yes, they are idiots, because they are doing all kind of fool thing. They're not right with us, Mr. Trudeau has done promises to us during his electoral platform. Once he got elected, he just turned his hat. I don't know you veterans. So he was telling that he was not going to bring us to court to defend our rights. But he still does it. He's still doing it, They were up to 1.3 gigs of money spent in court so far, and it kept going up all the time, As for Equithouse in October, possibly in October, I don't know yet, but they might be going to the Supreme Court, reference the new veteran charter. I'm just hoping they're going to win, and I'm just hoping that the government will lose. Because if the government loses, that's going to cost him a lot of money. You can be sure of it, a lot of money. So that's why we keep hoping for Equithouse to win that case. There was another case that was won 3, 4, or 5 years ago, I can't remember. That was the class action of Mr. Denis Manouche, okay? That class action was won by all of us veterans, because they were taking money out of our pension, and they were not supposed to, but they did. Okay, the government or the federal were just hoping that this will be avoided, but it was never avoided. Okay, it was never avoided. So, but they lost a lot of money. A lot of money. They lost a lot of money. I can tell you that right now. Okay. As for myself, I received a big check, but the thing is, once I received the check, I've called CCIP. Okay. I've called CCIP and asked the woman working on my case at that time, are you sure you took enough income tax on both sides? Okay. Are you sure you took enough income tax on both sides? And she said, yes, don't worry. All of that money is yours right now because income tax has been taken properly. A year after that, I received a bill from Canadian Revenue Agency and Revenu Quebec. They were requesting $14,000 out of me, 14,000. So I wasn't shit because of CCIP. I kept writing to CCIP, but CCIP never done anything for me, They never done anything for us, I should say more for veteran, because CCIP, they're not right because, at that time it was, the Prime Minister was Mr. Stephen Harper with the Conservatives, okay? That's another word I want to tell you, okay? Be prepared for the 2019 election. If you vote Conservative to kick out Mr. Trudeau, just remember that, Mr. Stephen Harper was there with his gang of fucking stupid ministers that are still in the Conservative Party right now, and if they get elected, you're going to have the same ministers, except a different chief, like Mr. Andrew Scheer. But, the Conservative will have the same money, will have the same debt. How do you think they will perform, Justin Trudeau gave $10.5 million to Mr. Omar Khadr, which he was not right because the Canada pull out Mr. Khadr out of Guantanamo, it should have been his gift, because Canada took him out of there. Instead of it, Justin Trudeau decided to give him $10.5 million, which is not right. I can tell you right now, you will hear a lot within the next few months, or until the next election, about Omar Khadr, because Omar Khadr is a terrorism. He's a real terrorism. His wife is a real terrorism. So what do you think is going to happen if Omar Khadr and his wife don't agree with the next government, or don't agree with what Mr. Andrew Scheer may do? You know, they're going to do something that they like. Terrorism. They're going to attack us. They're going to kill innocent people. Okay. So this is one thing we have to think about. You know, we are innocent. They are innocent in our country. You know, our country, by the way, is not a real form country, because of Mr. Justin Trudeau kept doing bad things. Yeah, Pierre Trudeau was doing bad things, and Justin Trudeau decided to continue what his dad has started, which is not right. You know, you have to think twice before you go to vote, because we know we can't necessarily have to vote for NDP. Okay, we don't have to think, because the chief of that opposition is also wearing a fucking shit on his head. We don't trust those people. You know, National Defense Minister Mr. Harjit Sajjan, when he was military, he was wearing a turban. Okay, when you're a company sergeant major, okay, and you have people wearing all kind of shit, you know, with their uniform. It's not a uniform anymore. It's a costume. Okay, it's a real costume, you know. When Harjit Sajjan went on the grenade to throw grenades, you know, grenade field, throw grenades, was he still wearing his fucking shit of turban or a steel pot? Do you know? I don't know. I don't know myself. I can't find it on the internet. You know, it's not fair. You know, why that shit of Justin Trudeau took 4 Muslims or 4 people wearing turban for running our country? We don't need that type of people to run our country. We had enough CDS that took their pension, and they would have been able to do a right minister, I say, okay? Those CDS could have been right minister, like just and equitable, okay? We don't have that type in Canada here, just and equitable. They're very hard to find, real hard to find, okay? So Canadian forces are back in Mali, are back in Africa, okay? So they are in Mali right now. What do you think they're doing there? Okay, I don't have a clue. We don't know. The population of Canada don't know. They don't know that, you know. So anyways, I thank you so much for regarding these videos. And as I was telling you last time, there will be more and more and more videos coming from me. And I have the right to do those videos because of the freedom and rights and application. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.